Next Chapter Podcasts.
Everybody Knows But Me is brought to you by the bygone era of phone sex hotlines and the weird urge to jump that people sometimes get when they look out over a high cliff or ledge. Our show is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Come on, don't you think someday people are going to get sick of cheesy music and audiences that are basically being forced at gunpoint to laugh at corny jokes?
No way! I think people find it comforting. Even if they do start to hate it, I bet 20 years from now everyone will be like, hey, we should bring back Fresh Prince.
That's why I like you, Hall. It's kind of cute how naive you are. You actually think Will Smith will still want to do television when we're in our 30s? He'll probably be winning Oscars.
Oh my God, Eric, shut up! Don't make me slap you.
Hey, what are you guys doing up there on the roof? Want to see the super cool ninja stars and grappling hook I made?
Hey, you lovable little mutant. How about we play that game where I time you and see how fast you can get me something?
Yeah, if you're gonna come out here and annoy us, how about making something to eat? I'm starving.
Holly, please tell your friend here that
Oh, come on. One time you made me a crab cake from scratch in under 4 minutes. I was so shocked at how good it was. Didn't matter that neither of us had any idea what real crab tastes like.
I'm not falling for this again. I'm not a baby. I'm 10 years old. I don't care about being timed.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, I'm going.
It must be so hard for you being the only normal one in this family.
Actually, I think that's more Kacey's bag. She's probably gonna, wear power suits and own property when she grows up.
Seriously though, Hall. You're so chill and funny. You're not like other girls.
Oh. Thanks, I guess?
Actually, I've been meaning to ask you something. You don't have, someone to go to homecoming with yet, do you?
Wow! Eric, I don't know what to say. I don't really see you that way as, a homecoming date.
Told you I'd be right back. Hope you like waffles.
That was bizarrely fast. Thanks.
It's my special recipe. Takes no time at all.
Oh no. Stop eating. Spit it out now!
Why? It's actually pretty good. Any, secret ingredient?
Oh, just 5 tablespoons of ghost pepper hot sauce.
Carson, dude! Why the hell would you do that to my friend?
Well, why the heck are you letting your friend be such a jerk to me? All I wanted to do was hang out with you guys. And it's totally obvious he was trying to be a schizoid to you anyways.
You could tell that, huh?
Duh! I also know that if I don't do your chores for you, the FBI will not be sending me to Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, I overshot that one. I admit it.
I'm smarter and I see way more than you guys think I do. And I thought we were supposed to stick together. What with Dad being sick and Mom all zonked out all the time. Not that I need you to look out for me anyways. I got my own stuff going on. Grappling up buildings. So, whatever.
Okay, look. I'm sorry. I know you weren't trying to be annoying. I've just been trying my best to keep it together without being sad all the time. And sometimes I need a break from family stuff. Even if it's just you.
Sad all the time? Wish I knew what that was like.
Yeah. I guess you're too tough to get sad, huh? How about you use that grappling hook to climb up on the roof here with me so I can see how it works?
Really?
Why is there a random kid screaming and puking in my bathroom?
Society has raised us to believe that family is sacred. Family comes first. Blood is thicker than water. Yada, yada, yada. You know the whole routine.
Yada, yada, yada.
The idea that if someone shares your DNA, you're automatically supposed to love them, help them, and spend every single holiday with them. And look, I get it. Kacey, Carson, and I have so much in common. We have the same big smiles. We're all eerily almost the exact same height. We get freckles in the summer. We have my mom's thick hair. And we can harmonize suspiciously well because we got our dad's voice. It's obvious when you're around us that we are siblings. But I've never looked at my brother and sister and thought, that's what makes them my family. Because there were plenty of times growing up that I hated my own parents. There were years where I saw them as strangers actively ruining my life and a chance at a future. And I spent a long time wondering why all those family rules only seemed to apply in one direction. Family comes first. You have to be there for family. You don't turn your back on family. Okay, well, then where the hell was everybody? Look, that's not a question I ask nearly as often as I used to. Or at all, really. I've learned a lot since then about my family's lore, what people saw and didn't, what they assumed. But it's also not something you completely shake. Once you've spent years watching people ignore a problem that feels impossible to miss from your point of view, part of you always does wonder. But the bond between my siblings and me didn't just come from mutual genetics and spending every Christmas together. It was in large part because we survived together. We can't drink milk anywhere near the expiration date without it reminding us of eating spoiled food as kids. We hate hospitals after spending so much time in them. We laugh about the same morbid memory of my friend pranking my mom's drug suppliers.
Hello, who's this?
We lived through the same impossible situations. Before this podcast, I never understood family as something you automatically inherit. I understood it as something you build and fight for, something you choose over and over again. And yet society has always had these designated family days. And historically, you do not get to choose who you spend them with. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, Flag Day, International Panic Day, which is real and happens to be the day I'm writing this episode. Okay, fine, maybe not that last one, but don't panic. The point remains. The episodes of real life where aunts, uncles, cousins, everyone is expected to show up, sit at the same table, act like a cohesive unit, and pretend everything is normal, no matter what.
Oh, Lord, be honest. Are we the most pathetic family in the universe or what? Amen.
Did I want to go to my grandmother's for Thanksgiving most years as a kid? Where there was always the risk of her making me cry if my manners weren't perfect, or a backhanded insult about what I was wearing? Can't say I did. But it's a holiday. It's the family you know, and you have to go. And if you're lucky, family that you are excited to see is around to help you make the most of it. But when two more younger brothers suddenly entered the picture, it didn't even enter my mind at 17 that I would someday spend a holiday with them. Surely that would take some time to get to, right?
You got to realize those of us on the outside, especially Kacey and I, because we'd been in those boys' lives since they were little, and we saw so much a mark in them. We saw so much common traits between the five of you, and it's like, why can't they all get together? They're siblings, half siblings, but they share so much in common that we can see on the outside looking in, and they've never even met each other.
Well, I certainly didn't think I'd be tricked into spending the biggest family holiday with them the first time I ever frickin' met them. But then again, this was always how the writers were going to do it, wasn't it? Because sitcom extended family characters kind of have a habit of popping into unintentionally make things infinitely more complicated. From Next Chapter Podcasts and Companion Arts, this is Everybody Knows But Me, the one where I meet my brothers.
What did you do, Lois?
What business is it of yours if I don't want to wear thong underpants?
What? Yama, I didn't get to finish.
See what happens, Lois?
I don't care what shape we cut the mushrooms. I quit.
This is why you're always gonna be a little man living in a little world. I don't need you. I don't need anyone. You will not be happy.
Ah, the sitcom holiday episode. Television's favorite excuse to lock a bunch of people with unresolved issues in a room together and see what happens.
What is all this stuff?
But that's what makes them some of the episodes we simply can't forget. Because like real-life pressure cookers, they're where the biggest disasters happen. Frasier gets high over the holidays, accidentally eating a pop brownie.
I'm especially looking forward to something called the Munchies stage. It's where one enjoys bizarre food combinations. I'm thinking of pairing this Chilean sea bass with an aggressive Zinfandel.
Seinfeld invents a new anti-commercial holiday.
A Festivus for the rest of us.
Ross dresses up as an insane Hanukkah-themed animal.
I'm the holiday armadillo.
The holiday itself almost becomes irrelevant. The real story is always what erupts once everyone is together. But my favorite holiday episode of all time has always been another Friends episode. The one with the rumor.
Sorry, do you have a problem with me?
I don't know. Do I? Do I?
I think you do.
Apparently you were a little mean to him in high school.
A little mean. You made my life miserable.
I had no idea. I'm sorry.
Well, you should be. Screw it. Bring on the yams.
What can I say? Friends crushed the holiday episodes. Monica invites an old classmate nobody knew was coming to Thanksgiving, and he has a complicated history with Rachel. The meal quickly becomes less about Thanksgiving and more about old grudges and a secret that somehow survived for years before exploding at the dinner table. So let me get this straight. Everyone is trapped together. Someone from the past shows up. Old wounds get reopened. A secret comes out. The holiday becomes secondary. And by the end, everybody's upset. Looking around at the situation I had somehow found myself in, all I could think was, well, shit. 25 million people watched this episode when it first aired. Did the Browns miss the memo? Or were they too distracted by Brad Pitt's Fight Club abs to pay attention to the plot? Because from where I was sitting, we were about 2 acts away from becoming it. Now, let me back up and explain how this whole thing happened. I don't want to put them completely on blast because I know their hearts were in the right place. But one of the many things this podcast has taught me is that good intentions and good ideas are not always the same thing. And respectfully, they done goofed. See, my family was planning a giant Thanksgiving. The first big Brown family Thanksgiving I'd been to in years. People were flying in from out of state. Family friends were coming. The guest list was pushing 40 people, and my corner of the family had been looking forward to this thing for over 2 years. Then, while making this podcast, I told my family that I was finally ready to meet my brothers. Nervous, excited, terrified, but ready. I knew I'd have to tell the boys about the podcast eventually. I knew I'd have to explain why I'd never met them, and I accepted that it might be messy. But it was something that I wanted to do, and I was ready to have control over it. Then, one day, one of my aunts casually mentioned on the phone that my brothers from another mother were coming to Thanksgiving. Time out. Can we just stop for 1 second and acknowledge that expression has never applied better to any situation ever?
High five.
Also, wait. What did she just say? Nobody had told us. Nobody had asked us. nobody had checked whether the first time we'd like to meet our brothers should be on the most important family holiday in front of 40 people and a tray of stuffing. And immediately my brain started spiraling. I pictured 5 siblings meeting for the first time while an audience of relatives watched from the sidelines like it was a zoo exhibit. I pictured one of my hilarious, loud relatives enthusiastically announcing, "Oh, Holly's making a podcast about why she hasn't met you yet." I pictured my brothers understandably wondering what fresh hell they had just walked into. The one thing I had spent years working toward. The first conversation, the first impression, the beginning of whatever relationships we might build, had been transformed into a sitcom holiday episode that would go down in history. But this time, I wouldn't be in the audience watching.
I was like, I'm ready to make these decisions, right?
Yeah.
And somebody, I'm ready. And it's taken a long time to get here. And then to have somebody swoop in and make that for me feels like a gut punch. Like it feels like a step back. And to have somebody make these decisions, and I understand you and Carson have different journeys, so what has to happen is that I don't come. Like, I think that's a really shitty outcome of somebody else's, and that I know for sure, and that's just because I'm in a different situation than you guys are in.
I know.
Because of the podcast. Like, I am, unfortunately. That's, and don't want to put that on you guys, but what frustrates me
What do you mean because of the podcast?
I'm going to tell them about this podcast, this project.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to react to that. They could be really upset that I'm never met them and that I'm doing this. Maybe they need some time to like think about it, and I'm very okay with whatever outcome that means for them. I'm just basically like, I am in a slightly different position than you guys, obviously, with that in mind, and that is just not at all how I feel comfortable being able to communicate these feelings and this thing, or
yeah. I mean,
so somebody else making decisions has like now impacted my ability to communicate what I've been trying to communicate to them. Listen, when you have a lot of anger in your body from trauma and learning how long it takes to let that go sometimes, and what can trigger it, and when you're just like, even despite like really trying not to, like, I'm just so mad right now, and I'm really struggling to. I don't know.
How about...
I'm really mad at everybody.
Yeah.
How do you deal with the feeling of like, kind of feeling like, you need to do something hard, and when that's taken away, how do you adapt? I don't know.
I think that we have adapted so much in our lives, and like, to me, our whole, since Dad got sick, it's been so many just kind of like punches you've had to roll with for a long time. Dad being sick, being in and out of the hospital, like there's so much uncertainty then, mom's addiction, mom's passing, like I don't think that there's anything hard we can't do.
To me, it felt so obvious. This should have involved no one but the 5 of us. The people who had spent years living with the consequences of other people's decisions. Choices that shaped my life and took so much from me. I even considered not going at all. The idea of someone else taking away what felt like my last bit of autonomy was almost unbearable. This was not how I wanted to meet my brothers. And I didn't think my family had the right to make that decision for us after keeping this secret in the first place. But my sister, ever the kind and optimistic one, was absolutely right. And part of the reason I could finally see that is because of this podcast. For the first time in my life, I trusted myself. I knew that no matter how this went, I could handle it. So we made a plan. We reached out to our brothers for the first time in our lives and arranged to arrive a day early. Just the 5 of us. Dinner the night before Thanksgiving. As the big day got closer, I was so nervous I could barely sit still. And to be completely honest, part of that feeling came from something bigger. When I was younger, there were long stretches of my life where I genuinely couldn't picture myself making it to my 30s. Life was so hard, and if it kept going at the pace it had been, I wasn't sure how much fight I truly had left in me. I couldn't imagine a future, let alone a version of myself about to meet 2 brothers I'd spent my entire life wondering about. But I got here. My sister helped me get here. My brother helped me get here. My husband helped me get here. And now I was standing at the edge of one of the biggest moments of my life. And meeting them meant I'd finally become the person strong enough to do it. So I tried to document as much of it as I could, including the moments right before we walked out the door into this new chapter. Okay, so I am about to meet my twin brothers in less than 15 minutes. But yeah, I guess I thought I'd feel really scared and anxious, which I did. I had a drink. I had 1 cocktail. I had an old fashioned. Do I drink around them? I don't know. They're 20. Do I drink? I don't know. Anyway, I'm scared. I'm happy. I'm anxious. What do you talk about with 2 brothers that you have never met? You have no idea what you have in common. But what you do have, besides the fact that you share the same father who's dead, and both your moms are dead. Like, what else do you talk about? I used to forget about them all the time, and not in a way that I wanted to, but just like it just happened. I just had to live my life, and I forget that I had 2 brothers I never met. That my whole family knew. So anyway, I'm excited for today. I think I'm more anxious about tomorrow, if anything, because everyone already keeps asking us about it, and I think tomorrow everyone's going to be watching us talk and watching us mingle, hoping we get along, looking for things that we have in common, and that feels weird. Very zoo animal-y. Don't love that. But I don't know. I'm just nervous, but happy. Nervous and happy. Nervous and happy, I think. Oh boy. And then, minutes later, we were driving to a Mexican restaurant in Texas, ready to meet them. How are you guys all feeling? Carson's tired.
I'm good. Like butterflies.
Yeah, I know.
In my stomach.
I feel just like crazy. It's like meeting somebody online almost.
It's like we're going to like a catfish thing.
Yeah, you have to see them with their... I feel like I'm not going to recognize them. I think that's what's freaking me out.
I think you're going to.
We're going to go on a date with a half
I think they're going to look like
we're going on a date. Our date with our twin half brothers. Oh yeah, our date with them.
You know what's crazy? I was talking to one of my friends calling me for my birthday, and he just...
Oh my God, I'm so sorry I didn't call you on the actual
day. No,
day.
it's fine. No.
Oh, I didn't either. I just
texted. He said just randomly, I was just like, how are you? He's like, oh, I found out my dad's not my biological dad. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh yeah, I'm an IVF baby. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, dude. And I have 12 siblings I never met. And I went to go meet him. And I was like, dude, you'll never guess. In 2 days,
Shut up.
And he was like, no way. I was like, was it weird? He's like, nah, dude, it was great. It was so easy.
Oh, that's good. That's kind of nice.
I was like, wish me luck, man.
Yeah, I met somebody who had the same thing where her dad had kind of a whole other life, and she found out she had some half siblings, and she's like, yeah, my half brother and I are like besties now, but they're like very close in age. Yeah, she was like
tempering our own excitement.
Well,
there.
I mean, I'm like, how much older am I than
What are they, 18, 19?
They're 19.
Oh, wait, they have to be the same age because they're twins.
And I'm,
What is 1 4?
I'm 16 years old. You know, that's significant. I'm like,
All you need to know for their generation is 6, 7.
That's what Saul said
That's
earlier.
what the kids are saying.
Maya was like, have you heard of Italian brain rot? And I said, what the hell words did you just say out of your mouth?
What is it?
I don't know. She couldn't explain it. She was like, I don't know, it's like 6, 7. I was like, what? You can't just say stuff.
What the heck?
And you can't just say Italian brain rot. Like that's
Is it
numbers are one thing. Then you're gonna factor in a whole ethnicity. Okay, okie dokie.
Whole ethnicity.
Should we be cool and like buying beers
Yeah.
in a public?
No.
Yeah.
You can drink at 18 in Texas, right?
Casey, in Texas they give you drinks when you park your car.
Can we buy?
I want it to be noted for the record that I'm against it.
We're not gonna do this.
Buy them cigarettes.
Yes, I already did
They can
that.
buy their own cigarettes.
Yes, these are called menthols.
Okay, so after the light, you're gonna make a left. After
Should we all get
the light.
matching tattoos?
I wonder what they're thinking right now. Are they like?
I know.
Are they like? Oh, it's so exciting, and they're like, yeah, whatever.
No, I was very excited on the phone. Sounding.
He said it was a long time coming.
Make a left. Not here, no.
No, that was confusing.
That is confusing.
Yeah, but the way Casey said it was like, no.
Wait, is this right?
This
yeah,
is
this
it.
one's it. This one's
Cilantro.
it. Yep, that's what we're going.
Cilantro's Mexican
We said it's
grill.
a personal fave.
That's what said.
Yeah.
All right.
They're on their own.
I love that they were like, let's do 3 different fonts on Cilantro's Mexican Grill. And let's do 3 different sizes of
And
fonts.
2 colors.
Yes. Yeah,
2 colors, 3 fonts, 3 sizes.
Yeah.
The grill was from an old business. The Cilantros was their new sign, and they saved money by using a pre-made
Mexican.
I'm just making it lickety split.
It's the cops.
Oh no.
Guys, I have something.
I call-
There's a lot of drugs in the trunk.
I called in an escort.
Oh.
A police escort?
Yeah. Okay, this is me signing off. We're about to go meet our twin brothers, and I'm scared.
They're not our twin brothers. They're twins that are our brothers.
Casey, same difference.
I was worried I wouldn't recognize them. Turns out, that was not a problem in the slightest. Standing outside the restaurant were 2 young men who looked so much like my dad that it was almost disorienting. More than Kacey, Carson, and I combined. The restaurant was quiet, which felt fitting. The night before Thanksgiving, most people were either home basting turkeys or out at their hometown's one dive bar where old high school friends reunite around this time of year to get fucking blasted.
What's
Meanwhile, I was in Superman's Bizarro World version of a Hallmark movie. I'd spent years worrying about what they might ask. I was especially nervous about Dad. Would they have questions? Would I think of the right answers over passing the salt shaker? But within minutes, one of my brothers said, "I want to get to know you all. Tell us about yourselves." And I felt my entire body relax. We were all on the same page. This wasn't about our parents or secrets, the podcast or the past. This was about us. We spent the evening getting to know each other over Tex-Mex and what felt like the most important small talk of my life. Favorite music, jobs, personalities. The tiny details that slowly transform a stranger into a person. And family. At some point, one of my brothers secretly paid the bill before any of us could stop him. A smooth move that perfectly matched his calm, effortless demeanor. And just like that, after years of wondering.
Okay, we just met our brothers. We're just leaving Cilantro's Mexican Grill that has 3 different fonts and 3 different font sizes on the outside. How do you guys feel?
I thought that went really well.
You know what? I think it felt very natural.
Oh my gosh,
It was
so cute.
They're so different, but also like I feel weird still saying this, but like Dad in such different way. Like they have traits of him, but
God, they look like him.
You think?
Oh my God, yeah, I think so.
I think that was freaking me out a little bit how much they looked like him.
I think
I'm kind of jealous actually. I don't look anything like that. I look like mom hardcore. They look like that.
I think you look like a total combination. No. I have so many photos of Dad that you look like.
Yeah.
Thank you. Feels like we can have a relationship with them.
Yeah.
It just seems like they're excited to meet us.
Yeah.
I was excited to meet them. Just feels good.
Yeah.
It's funny. I almost I know it wasn't gonna happen, but I almost I want to have a deep conversation with them sometime.
I think it was smart that it didn't happen today.
No, I didn't feel, but I kind of was just it was lurking under the surface.
I think
there was moments where we were all we all know both all our
right.
parents are dead.
Mention. I know.
You know, and it's I don't know.
I will say that's what I'm most scared of is those conversations.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I'm so scared of the differences of the stories that people have told them versus reality. Because if I'm being honest, the reality was only given to so many of our family members this year.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think I necessarily thought of that until I even thought about this moment.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
I feel like though we can learn who she was through their eyes.
Yeah.
As our introduction to their mom.
Kind of the way I feel about you guys. It's I trust you guys more than anybody to communicate our lives.
Yeah.
And so they probably do with each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I keep driving so we don't have... Is that...
No, I don't know. I don't really want everyone to ask us questions about it, but I know they're going to, so... Everyone's outside doing probably... I guess some people are probably leaving. Oh, it's all the kids.
Oh, what do they do?
I don't know. Okay,
More kids.
over and out.
Holy shit. We did it. I did it. The thing I'd been afraid of for what felt like forever finally happened. And my brothers rule. Don't get me wrong. It is objectively bizarre to sit across from two people who look exactly like your dead dad and somehow also like complete strangers. That's a weird Wednesday. But they were so kind, funny, easy to talk to, and completely different from each other. One is super outgoing, passionate about everything he talks about, and already has the energy of someone who is either going to found 3 successful startups or run for office. I feel like he could sell me literally anything and I'd probably buy it. The other is unbelievably chill, sly, and really charming, and seems to have mastered the art of not taking life too seriously, which, given the circumstances, feels like a very healthy choice. And despite being total opposites, I felt the same bond I recognize in Kacey, Carson, and me. The kind that only comes from surviving a life stranger than fiction. But that's all I'm going to share, because the podcast isn't about them, it's about me. Plus, we had a lifetime of catching up to do, and I had absolutely no idea where to begin. Is there a playbook for kickstarting a relationship with your secret twin brothers? No, seriously, is there a playbook for that? But that very specific fear was gone. At least until I remembered where we were driving. Back to a house packed with family and friends, and as predicted, they were all waiting. Is this what astronauts feel like when they come back from the moon? I mean, everyone wanted to know how it went. And I love them so much for caring. I really, really do. But I beelined it straight for the guest room. They couldn't understand how overwhelming this felt. How badly I needed a second to sit with the fact that the thing I'd spent so long building up in my head had finally happened. The next day, my brothers came to Thanksgiving, the gigantic family gathering happening just 10 minutes from where they'd grown up. One of those little reminders that while we were living one version of family life in Los Angeles, another version was happening right down the road. And hey, while they were there, I may have snuck one of them a beer. What? Isn't that part of being a cool new sister? Actually, hold on. Maybe there really is a handbook, and maybe I'm the one writing it.
Eureka!
I thought one of my biggest fears was that I'd meet my brothers and they wouldn't like me. But deep down, I knew it was that once we finally met, I'd be scared people would be so focused on them that my pain would stop mattering, and that Kacey and Carson would somehow need me a little less. That sounds ridiculous now, but fear isn't exactly known for being rational. I was still carrying around the same scared girl who spent years convinced she wasn't enough for people to notice. Or worse, they would notice and decide it wasn't that big of a deal. I needed someone, anyone, to listen. I needed permission to let go of so many things that were never mine to hold in the first place. But it turns out the cheesiest lesson a night of TGIF had to offer was right all along. There's no way to avoid the gigantic cliche of me realizing whether or not this show reaches one person or a million, my pain has always been valid, and I have always been worthy of love. And the real journey was the friends we made along the way.
Okay.
Because while I've spent this season slowly setting down pieces of a life that felt too heavy, there is my family outside of Kacey and Carson just beginning that process. People who are hearing some of this for the first time. So not to go all Fox Mulder on you guys, but now the truth is out there. The story's been told. The half-brothers have been met. The job I set out to do has basically been done. There was really only one huge thing left to do. It was time to talk with my extended family and have one hell of an honest conversation. Do they get it now? Do they understand why it took so long? Sitcoms don't usually follow a season-long arc. Each episode is a self-contained story where nobody ages and things never change. Except maybe one of the co-stars suddenly gets way more famous than the rest of the cast and now has to go off to college or whatever. But this isn't primetime. This is my damn life. So stick around for the stunning conclusion we've been building towards. Don't worry, Maury's not coming out with a paternity test.
You are not.
But I want to know. Do they understand why meeting my brothers was never actually the hard part? Oh, and there's another small matter of telling my brothers, who I'd only just met, that I spent the last year and a half making a podcast about the family secret that brought us together. How'd that go? Well, get ready to find out.
Here's a song for Father Christmas, for Ebenezer Scrooge, for Uncle Sam and Uncle Bill, a guy I'd never...
Everybody Knows But Me is a production of Companion Arts and Next Chapter podcasts. This episode was written by me, Holly Brown. The cold open scene you heard at the beginning is a fictionalized version of very real moments from my life, scripted by our lead producer, Pete Musto. It featured Kacey Rose playing me, Garret Weskamp playing my brother, Carson, Danny Ross as my dad, and Pete Musto as my friend Eric and our show's announcer. Sound design for that scene was by Earl Davis. Editing, sound design, and music supervision for the rest of the episode was by Alex Musto. Our associate producer is Ilana Nevins. Our original theme music is by Kyle Murdock. Our show artwork was created by Aaron Hill. Our video producer is Emily Reeves. Our videographer is Dalton Polivka. Our animator is Justin Cortese. And our marketing team is TINK Media.
Our executive producers are Jeremiah Tittle and also moi, Holly Brown. New episodes of Everybody Knows But Me come out every Wednesday. Follow the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, youtube.com/@everybodyknowspodcast, or wherever you get great content like ours. Do you have a story of family secrets or darkly funny drama that you want to share? Hey, we want to hear it! Email us at everybodyknowspod@gmail.com and make sure you leave us a rating or review or drop a comment telling us what you like about the show. Follow me at Holly Brown Comedy and the show on all social media at Everybody Knows But Me. And come back next week to find out what crazy hijinks the Brown family is in for and hear more of the stories we tell ourselves to survive.
But you should not forget the folks that still depend on you. Well, this year I ask a special gift, the only one that's on my list. Please, Santa, don't forsake your work and the people that you've blessed. I need you more than ever, and they're sitting on your knee. Dear Santa Claus, don't fly yourself away from me. Dear Santa Claus, don't fly yourself away from me. You're much too young for that. Look around and see. I just wrote to let you know it'd be sad to see you go. Dear Santa Claus, don't fly yourself away. Dear Santa Claus, don't fly yourself away.
Next Chapter Podcasts.